and you're still sitting in that same environment that is choking your growth. All right? Some of you are asking God to lift you higher, but you're surrounded by voices that are pulling you down. You're praying that God should lift you, and you surround yourself with mediocre people that are not thinking forward. Mediocrities, that's what you surround yourself, and you want God to lift you. It doesn't work that way. Your environment impacts your destiny. Okay? Environment is not just physical, it is emotional, it is mental, and it is spiritual. Who speaks into your life? Who do you confide in? Who do you spend most of your time with? All these things shape your personality. Yes, because if you're surrounded by negative minded people, chances are you will slowly begin to sound like them. If you surround yourself with low mentality people who speaks only negative, people who don't see anything good at all in themselves, talk less of another person, and you surround yourself with them, my brothers and sisters, that person will eventually become like them. Okay? And that is why it is very important that you choose your environment. Choose who you interact or associate yourself with. It is very, very important in shaping our life. Okay? Negativity is very contagious. Doubt is very contagious. All right? Fear is contagious. Complaining, too much complain is contagious too. Yes. You may start strong, you may start focused, you may start believing big. But if the environment around you keeps whispering, it can't work, it is impossible, people like us don succeed, you're dreaming too big, over time those whispers become your internal voice. They become your internal voice because that is what you surround yourself with. Okay? That's why they say birds of the same feather flock together. Be mindful of who you surround yourself with. Do not surround yourself with negative people who don't see anything good, people who don't even see anything good in themselves, talk less of you. Do not surround yourself with them. Don't surround yourself with people who talk you down, who sees you as a nobody, who don't believe anything good can come out of you. Do not associate yourself with them because their negative impact, negative energy can affect your growth or your personality. So that is why I'm here today, to tell you that you should be mindful of who you surround yourself with. It is very important in life. And I said over time, those whispers become your internal voice, and that is dangerous, very dangerous. You see, attitude is shaped by atmosphere. If you live in constant criticism, you start criticizing yourself. If you live in constant comparison, you start doubting yourself. This evening, I want you to understand something clearly. Protecting your environment is not pride, it is wisdom. Let that sink. Okay? Protecting your environment is not weakness and is not wickedness. It is maturity. It is maturity because your environment forms who you are. Your environment determines who you are. I am not, when I mean environment, I'm not talking about the physical environment. I mean the people you surround yourself with. Who are you surrounding yourself with in that locality, in that area that you live? Who are you interacting with? Who are you associating with? They are very, very important, to our personality. All right. Some people feel guilty outgrowing certain spaces, but growth requires new soils. All right? You cannot plant yourself in dry, toxic soil and expect to blossom. You heard me. Let me repeat it again. You cannot plant yourself in dry, toxic and expect to blossom. You cannot sit in a room full of small thinking and expect to think big. You see, when you surround yourself with people who think low, people who don't think, who don't think big, they only believe that little is enough for me. I don't, this is not my, I'm not supposed to be that big. They see themselves as, mediocre. They don't believe anything good can come out of them. Be very mindful of your association with those kind of people. All right? Hear me carefully this evening. It is perfectly okay to cut someone out of your life. Yes, it is perfectly okay. Just because the same blood runs through your vein does not mean they have the right to abuse you emotionally. And just because they are family, you are family with them, does not mean they have the right to drain you spiritually. Okay? And just because you grow up together does not mean you must shrink to remain together. Let me say something now. Family does not give permission for toxicity. Family does not give permission to toxicity. Some of you are enduring disrespect in the name of loyalty, okay? And some of you are tolerating manipulation in the name of family. Some of you are staying silent in the name of peace. But peace without boundary is self-destruction. God did not create you to be constantly diminished. You deserve to grow. You deserve to thrive. You deserve to breathe in spaces that celebrate you. Okay? You need people, who can celebrate you, and not people who are always talking you down. People who don't see anything good in you. And this evening, I want you to challenge yourself. Audit your environment. Yes, audit your environment. You heard me clearly. Ask yourself, who inspires me? Who inspires me? Who drains me? Who drains me? And who challenges me? Who challenges you positively or negatively? Who constantly criticizes you? Who celebrates your growth? And who secretly resents it? Be honest, okay? You cannot fix what you refuse to face. You cannot fix what you refuse to face, all right? Some of you need a new physical environment. Maybe it is your workplace, maybe it is your room, maybe it is your daily routine that you need to change. It could be your routine that you need to change. It could be your workplace. It could be your friends, the people you are associating with. Who do you need to, change, remove out of your life? Your environment should reflect your vision. Okay? If you want discipline, create an organized space. Create an organized space. And if you want peace, remove cluster. Remove cluster people around you. If you want growth, surround yourself with growth materials. Read books. Yes, read books. Listen to uplifting messages. Okay? Spend time in prayer and spend time in silence. Spend time with people who think higher. If you want to grow, you look for people who are already there. Associate yourself with them. By so doing, you will learn one or two things from them. Okay? You learn from them. By your association, they may not even know you're picking anything from them. But by mere associating yourself with them, you already learning from them. You're picking something out of their life. And before you know, you're already up there. Environment shapes expectations. When you're constantly exposed to greatness, you begin to normalize greatness. When you're constantly exposed to greatness, you begin to normalize it. It becomes a normal thing to you. It will not be that very big thing that is unattainable. You will now know that you can attain it. You can attain it by association. When you are constantly exposed to mediocrity, you begin to settle like that. You begin to settle like a mediocre, and it's wrong. It's very, very wrong. I am not saying you should treat them like nobody or that you should despise them. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm trying to say here is that when you want to associate with them, just let it be like as a casual association, not a deep association that they will take a toll to your personality, or that will make you begin to think like them. That is what I mean by do not associate with them. I am not trying to say that you should despise them. No, that's not it. That is the matter. That is why it matters deeply. So I want to talk to someone who feels stuck now. Maybe you feel unmotivated. Maybe you feel tired. Maybe you feel like your dreams are fading. Before you blame yourself, examine your environment. Yes, examine your environment before you start blaming yourself. Okay? Are you in a place that constantly reminds you of failure? Are you in a place that constantly reminds you of failure? Are you associating with people who always talk of failure and no progress in their mouth? Are you in a place, are you surrounded by people who only discuss problems and never solutions? Hmm? Are you associating with those kind of people? Only problems, that's what we hear from them, no solution. Are you constantly consuming negative news, negative conversation, negative content? All these things are bad energy to your growth. Disassociate yourself from them. Run away from them. They can never add anything to your growth. They can never add anything to your life. You cannot feed on negativity daily and expect positivity to grow inside you. When you feed on negativity, what else do you want? You grow with it. So try to associate with positive thinkers, people who talk of things that will improve them, people who talk of positivity only. There is one guy in my environment here. We call him positive Kingsley, simply because he doesn't believe in anything negative. Before you even say no, one thing, he will tell you that he will, even though he will not be able to do it, but he's a positive thinker, and that's why we are calling him Kingsley Positive. You understand? So those kind of people, before you know, he's already up there because of association. So your mind is like soil. Whatever you plant consistently will grow. Whatever you plant in your mind consistently, it will grow. So what are you planting? Are you planting complaints? Always complaining, not looking for solution? Is that what you're planting in your mind? Are you planting fears? Are you planting fears? God said he has not given us spirit of fear, but spirit of sound mind. That's what God said in his word. Are you planting comparison, comparing yourself, always comparing yourself? Or are you planting faith? It will be better you plant faith, plant hope, and plant vision. That is what will help you. Again, you need to stay in an inspiring environment. that will spoil and speak your dreams and creativity. Stay in an inspiring environment. Stay with people who inspires you. People who inspires you, who talk something that will make your life move forward. They are the people you should always associate yourself with. Stay where your ideas are welcomed. People who welcome your ideas, always stay with them. Stay with them, okay? Stay where your growth is celebrated. Stay with people who celebrate your growth, not people who talk you down. People who talk you down, don't stay with them. They are not the right people to stay with, because that little achievement, instead of celebrating with you, you know to boost you, they will rather criticize you. And if you don't currently have that environment, you create one, right? You create one. If your environment is not conducive, if people around you are not inspiring you enough, create your own environment. You create one. Yes, you have the power to create an inspiring environment around yourself. You have the power to create an inspiring environment around yourself. If where you are is not inspiring you enough, create one. If where you are, if your environment is not inspiring you enough, create one. Create one. What I mean by creating an inspiring environment is not a physical environment. I mean with the people you associate yourself with. That is the environment we are talking about here, and not physical environment. You may not be able to move cities today. You may not be able to change job immediately, but you can change what you listen to. All right? What you listen to is very important. It's very important. So you, even though you cannot change your job, you can change what you listen to. You can change what you read. You can change what you read. You can change how you speak to yourself. Okay? You can change how you speak to yourself. And you can change what you allow into your mental space. You can change what you allow into your mental space. All these things form your personality. Okay? Do not associate yourself with negative people, negative energy. Do not run away from them. Do not associate with them, because they will bring your dreams down. They will bring your dreams down. You can turn your room into a vision room. Put your goals on the wall. Write your dreams down. Play uplifting messages. Play uplifting worship. Play motivational messages. Transform your phone from a distraction device into a growth device. Okay? Now you can do a lot with your phones. You can download messages that will uplift your soul. You can download messages on how to grow. A lot of messages, when you listen to them, you begin to move forward by force. They will, when you listen to them, you will even be regretting why you were not following them. All right? Follow pages that inspires you. Follow pages or people that inspires you. Unfollow pages that trigger insecurity. All right? It is not a bad thing, and it is not even sin. Unfollow them. If you're not gaining anything from them, if you're not learning anything from them, unfollow them and begin to follow meaningful people that will move your life forward. So now, again, you need to block voices that constantly bring negativity. Okay? Block voices that constantly brings negativity. Every voice that is constantly bringing negativity to you, block all of them. Block them. Protect your mind like your life depends on it, because it actually does. Your mind, it actually does. Okay? Let me say this one now again. Your future is connected to your environment. Your future is connected to your environment. Protect your mind like your life depends on it. Yes, protect your mind like your life depends on it, because it actually does. Your mind actually does. So I said protect your mind like your life actually depends on it. Your future is connected to your environment. If you want abundance, expose yourself to abundant thinking. Expose yourself to abundance thinking. If you want excellence, surround yourself with excellence standards. If you want faith, be around people who pray always. If you want discipline, learn from disciplined people. Environment either stretches you or shrinks you, alright? Choose stretching, choose growth, choose elevation. And I want to speak to the person who feel guilty for stepping away. Listen carefully. You are not responsible for fixing everyone. You are not responsible for carrying everyone. You are not responsible for shrinking so others feel comfortable. Growth sometimes requires distance. Growth sometimes requires distance. All right? And I said growth sometimes requires distance. You cannot heal in the same environment that broke you. You cannot heal in the same environment that broke you. You cannot evolve while constantly defending your evolution. You cannot evolve while constantly, you know, while constantly defending your evolution. Tonight and this evening, make a decision. Tell yourself, I will protect my environment. I will protect my environment. By protecting your environment, it means you will choose carefully which people you mingle with. You choose carefully the people you go out with, the people that form your personality. Tell yourself that you guide your atmosphere. Choose spaces that sharpens you. Tell yourself, I will choose relationship that uplift me. I will celebrate, I will create daily habits that inspires me. You deserve an environment that matches your destiny, all right? God cares about your environment, and so should you. So, I want you to say boldly, I choose growth. Because the moment you become intentional about your environment, everything begins to shift. The moment you're intentional about your environment, everything begins to shift. Your growth begins to shift. Your success, your promotion, they begin to shift. They begin to align because you have chosen the right environment for yourself. When you choose, because the moment you become intentional about your environment, everything begins to shift. Your thoughts begins to shift. Your energy shift. Your confidence shift. Your results shift. And before you know it, You are no longer the same person. This is your daily juice for this evening. Guide your space, guide your heart, guide your mind, and stay in environment that speaks greatness. Stay in an environment that speaks greatness. Do not stay in an environment that speaks low, that speaks negativity only. Do not stay in an environment that speaks negativity only. Rather, choose an environment that inspires you, environment that grows you, and environment that spark greatness. Stay in an environment that spark greatness. So, my dear brothers and sisters, what environment are you going to choose for yourself from this moment? Are you still going to dwell in an environment that draws you back, or you will choose an environment that will move your life forward? It is very paramount that you choose an environment that will advance your cause. An environment that will advance your cause. Very important. Very important. Okay? Choose your environment wisely. Do not dwell in an environment that moves you back, in an environment that drags you backward. Run away from those kind of people. Do not say because they are my childhood friend, I will continue to go with continue to go with them, and you know that they don't have the same vision as you. They don't have the same dreams as you, and you're still with them simply because they are your childhood friend. You will end